Well, hello you bearded bastards, and allow me to welcome you to this little dwarf fortress here, carved out at the foot of this mighty mountain. These dwarves call themselves Oshurlimul Lamar, the circular gold of wealth, relating to coins, which apparently dwarves don't have a word for coins, so that's as close as we could come. And their fortress is called Ebgoktezad, Jackpot. Now you may be seeing a theme here already, but in case it isn't blatant enough already, the symbol they've chosen for themselves is an image of coins, a dwarf and a human. The coins are falling. The dwarf is laughing. The human is screaming. And the coins are screaming. Yes, a lot of coins, a lot of wealth involved here with the naming of this fortress, and that's because these dwarves would very much like to create a sort of a new concept. It doesn't really exist here in the world, but we'd call something like this a casino fortress, which I think would be pretty fun. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what good is a casino fortress without some sort of games? And, well, we haven't implemented anything yet, but we do have some ideas, as I said. Have a look over here. What I was trying to do is make a sort of a chance wheel by implementing minecarts. As you can see, we have 4 of these things set up right here. I was hoping to have a dwarf push a minecart, then have it land somewhere at random on this circular track. But no matter the dwarf, it looks like the minecart always stops at the same spot. It always goes the same amount of distance, which is sort of lame, not giving me the results I wanted. So we're gonna have to come up with a different idea, unfortunately. But that's fine, we'll come up with something, no worries. Like this right over here. Our second attempt at a game, you can see we have a small chamber, just 3x3 dug into this hillside. And in the middle of it, we have a bridge. And at the very tip of that bridge, we have placed a gem. Now, we're gonna have somebody come over here and pull this lever, see what happens, and click. The bridge goes up and it flips that gem right over here. Now I believe this is going to be pretty perfectly random. Let's try it again. Click. Okay, that time was right in the middle. We'll try it again. And click. Okay, so that's 3 different pulls, 3 different spaces. I think it's pretty safe to assume it's random enough. I know without extensive testing we're not going to know for sure, but this is fine. Our first game! Now we have to come up with a more appropriate version. This one's a little too rough for our liking. And so skipping ahead just a little bit, here we go. Jackpot's first game room. All good to go. Now, first off, some explanation. We got 3 rooms here. Down here is sort of a checkerboard room, just kind of a main hub for this game area. Nothing too important. Over on the right there is the actual gameplay area, like our first test room except a little nicer. And the bridge is currently set up so you can see the floor. There's red, brown, green, and a single black square. Next to that room, you can see a large glass window, clear glass. And to the left of that, you can see the game activation room with a lever that is used to control the bridge. In that room there, you can see the gem that we've cut. That's going to be placed on the bridge when it's down. In fact, we have somebody doing that as we speak. There's a good dwarf, thank you very much. And over on the left wall of that game activation room, you can see the prize wall. We have our 4 different colors marked on the floor, and on the wall behind each of the colors is an engraving. And I'll tell you what, instead of rambling on about each of the prizes right now, how about we just get to play in the game, eh? Sounds good to me. Now let's see who is first to play. Looks like it's Kivish Ostkatten, one of our jewelers. 70 years old, he's pretty new to the fortress, came here last year, hoping to find his fortune here in Ebgoktezad, a jackpot. Well, let's hope it's your lucky day, my friend. Good luck to you. Let's see how he does. And click. Hey, not too bad. The gem landed on brown. Now let's have a look at that prize wall, eh? Engraved on the wall is Eshan Merseth, Laimar Gusil Oshur. Good luck. The wealthy copper circle, an image of a dwarf and coins. The coins are falling. The dwarf is striking a triumphant pose. The dwarf is screaming. Yes, that's right, my friend. You're walking away today with some brand new shiny copper coins. Maybe not the most precious metal out there, but it's the best we got. We'll keep track of them. We'll put them on your winnings tab. Hey, and maybe one day you'll be lucky enough to have a place to put them, huh? Let's hope so. We've been working a little setup underground, actually. We've hit quite a few snags with it, but it's getting there. Trying to work our way backward through an aquifer. It's been a mess. Now then, back to our game. How about we get another pull, eh? Looks like this time we have Zothan Mengzasit, another jeweler. Zothan only just arrived here in the fortress this year. Hasn't been here all too long, but he too's looking to get lucky today. And I'll tell you what, my friend, I think fate is favoring you. Let's see how you do. Click. Hey, Brown. A stack of copper coins to you. And I'll tell you what, while you're here, how about you take another pull too? Might as well, we'll get it set up for you. There we go, thank you very much. And pull that lever. Click. Oh, my friend. So the gem landed on black. Quite unfortunate. Well, let's have a look at that wall. Behind the black tile, we have Astas Merseth Amshit Bakat. Bad luck. The suffering of games. It's an image of a dwarf. The dwarf is suffering. The dwarf is screaming. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because you got a little too greedy, that means you lost your coins, and you receive a punishment. but we don't yet have a punishment in mind. That's gonna have to be something to think about. Yeah, we should get that taken care of. I'll cook something up real quick. Just a moment. Okay, and here we have it. We have a new chamber up here just to the north of the game room. And as you can see, it's pretty similar to the game room, except this time we have a red chamber, the punishment chamber, with an activation lever, a window, and the punishment selection room. Now on the floor you can just see there's 3 tiles this time. Green, brown, and red. Green is light punishment, brown, average, and red, well, that's the bad one. Now give that lever a pull, and prepare for your punishment. Click. Hey, there we go. Okay, so that's the least severe punishment, green. And so for your punishment, you receive a nickname, Bad Luck Loser. We'll get the word out there, really spread it around. Terribly sorry, but that's how our game is played, Zathan. I mean, Bad Luck Loser. Thank you for playing, come again. And you would do well to keep in mind that the punishment could have been much more severe. If you had landed on red, you'd get the most severe punishment. A stroll through our punishment chamber. It's a shame we didn't get to use it, but maybe before long. And on that note, how about we get one more pull of the lever? Let's see, who wants to do it? Looks like we have one of our miners. Kadol Nishtelling, one of our founding members. Oh, feeling feisty today, eh? Well, luck to you, my friend. Let's see how this goes. And click. Oh, and hey, would you look at that? The red space. Wonderful. Okay, let's have a look at that prize wall. Merseth Bamafal Akur, the lucky home chamber of champions. What we have here is an image of a dwarf and a square. The dwarf is surrounded by the square. The dwarf is admiring the square. The dwarf is laughing. The dwarf is screaming. Yes, that's right. My friend, today you're walking away with your own personal quarters. Something that no other dwarf in the fortress has right now. So you are quite lucky indeed. Now, we're gonna have to find a place for that. Just one moment, my friend. Actually, before we do that, kind of mysterious. I don't know why Catol here left the lever room, went to the meeting hall, but then came back to the lever room of their own accord. And I really see no good reason for that other than, well, she must want to pull the lever again, right? Makes perfect sense. Okay, we'll get it restarted for you. 1 second. Okay, all set. Pull that lever once again, my friend. Click. Hey, and there we go. The green space, one we haven't seen yet. Let's have a look at that prize wall once again. Eshan Merseth Lem Loberlan. Good luck. The lucky fancy gear. It's an image of a throne, a cabinet, and a dwarf. The dwarf is admiring the throne. The dwarf is admiring the cabinet. The dwarf is screaming. My friend, you're the biggest winner today, that's for darn sure. You get your own personal quarters, and now you get a new piece of furniture as well. A nice piece of furniture. That's what the green space did. And so yes, we're gonna get that all set up for you. Just one moment. We already have something in mind. And so here we go. Didn't really take too long, just like a year and a half, 2 years, something. But it's done. Over here in the lower portion of our fortress, we've created a new winner's quarter with one house in it right now. Stone walls, stone doors, some nice clear glass windows, some green glass furniture, tables and chairs, and you can see there's some stairways as well leading down and up. Down here we have a pretty meager bedroom with some more green glass furniture, and then up top we have a nice office with some more green glass furniture. That nice furniture bonus they won should get them multiple pieces of furniture, not just one thing. It's not like it's a big deal to make. And plus, Catol, you're a winner. And to the winner always go the spoils here in Ebgoktezad. Jackpot. Now, okay, these games are fun and all, but I'm thinking we need to work up a new idea. And so on that note, if we have a look up this way right here, it's a ballista. Isn't that fun? And we've got somebody on their way as we speak to fire the thing. Let's see what happens here. Kruggsmash, there it goes, off through the forest, knocking down trees on its way, all the way across the entire map, all the way to the other side. Pretty cool, huh? Now, who wouldn't be inspired by this idea right here? Probably humans or elves or something. But we dwarves of Jackpot? Well, I got our brains a-turning. And so we've been working on some ideas. Let's head down, shall we? Hey, there we go. Oh, what's this? You can see a ballista up here. Another window. Some ballista bolts ready to go. Pretty cool. Let's zoom out a bit. Our new ballista game room, it's pretty much done. We really went all out on this thing too. It's a bit more complex than that past gem flipping thing. I'm hoping that's obvious. Now, okay, down at the bottom of this corridor, you can see our ballista. It's all loaded up, ready to go. And when we have a contestant that comes to play, they just fire the ballista. They take aim, shoot the thing off, and see what they hit. Down at the other end there, you can see a whole bunch of colored pillars. Red, brown, green, black, and a new one. There's a pink column. If somebody hits that one there, that's the grand prize. And we still really haven't come up with anything for that, really. One thing is for sure, though, it's going to be grand. We'll just give them a second longer. They still have a lot of boulders to clean out of the way. Won't take long. And while we wait, I'd like to go back to that huge amount of time that passed. We played some more games during it, just a couple. We had Unib, a farmer, partake. They came in and pulled the lever 3 times. They got a stack of copper coins, some nice new furniture, and some more coins. Quite a lucky dwarf right there. No room to put it in, but, well, we'll get it shoved somewhere. And we also had this dwarf here, Asin, a fisher dwarf, who straight up just got unlucky, pulled the lever and got the black space, a punishment. And so they went up to the punishment selection chamber, pulled the lever, and got the absolute worst punishment, which is terrible luck. So what that meant is the minecart room. Remember that one? Yeah, we sent Asin over there and they waddled straight through the room, no problem at all. Full confidence. It was actually quite a spectacle. And then as soon as they left, they went to sleep. All that excitement tired them out, I guess. Very lucky dwarf right there. Anyways, okay, we can take a gander down here at our ballista chamber once again. Man, oh man, would you look at that? A thing of beauty. Not a stone to be seen. And I think we're ready to play. So, let's get to it. Who's first? Oh, would you have a look at that? It's bad luck loser Mengzasit. Jeweler, come to redeem yourself, eh? Well, grab a seat, folks. The show's about to get started. Let's see how you do. And there it goes, heading down. Oh, and it landed right on the wall there. You know, I didn't really come up with an idea for if that happened. I suppose there should be a penalty of some variety, but, well, you've been penalized already, my friend. We'll give you another try, how about? Go ahead, get it loaded up. There you go. Good luck, my friend. And there it goes, a straight shot. Oh, okay, red. Hey, that's a good one. Harkening back to the prize wall, that was a chamber. Your own personal quarters. What a lucky dwarf. Looks like your luck's turning around, my friend. Balancing out, certainly. And I'll tell you what, how about we'll give you another shot, too. What the hell? Yeah, you deserve it, I think. Oh, a little overeager there. Not a straight shot, though. Oh, straight enough, straight. Ooh, got some furniture, too. Hit the green pillar. That is excellent luck, my friend. You're moving right on up, you bad luck loser. An ironic nickname. I like it. Well, that was pretty amazing. Good job, my friend. We'll get a new room set up for you promptly. Won't take 2 years like that last one. Well, what do you say? How about we get another shot with this thing? Let's see a new face this time, too. Ah, here we are. Odam. Well, let's see how it goes. Will you be lucky or terribly unlucky? I guess we'll find out in just a moment. Let her rip. Oh, it's a straight shot. Not straight enough, though. Boop. Hey, would you look at that? Another quarters. Excellent work, my friend. And I'll tell you what, just because I'm so excited, take another shot. And there it goes. Not quite as straight. Oh, you hit another red pillar. Does that mean you get 2 bedrooms? What does that mean? Haven't really thought of it. But we'll come up with something. In time. But for now, I'd like to direct your attention down this way here, just to the south of our ballista chamber, where you can see we've constructed yet another ballista chamber. Similar to that first one, a bit shorter and a bit more active, as you can see. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but, well, I thought it'd be neat to try to shoot mine carts. Again, I don't really know if that's possible. Well, okay, let's get these things spinning, and then we'll see what happens. This might be a bit dicey, but we're going to have dwarves come in and start pushing these carts, starting at the bottom one. And the hope is nobody will get slammed by them as they start spinning around. Hey, okay, that's the first one down right there. Let's keep it up. And that's the last one right there. Okay. No incidents whatsoever. Very cool. Now, before we get things started here, you can see down at the bottom here, that first bedroom that we had constructed for our first winter, it was kind of like right at the end of this ballista hallway, so I figured I'd just attach it with this window. That's one hell of a view, huh? Imagine having ballista bolts screaming towards your bed chamber. Plus all the, the rattling from the minecarts. It's a unique ambiance, that's for sure. A prime spot for watching our games, which we should commence. I'm gonna slow things down so we can actually see what's happening here. But yeah, you can see all those minecarts are spinning like crazy. And so that being the case, we should find someone to engage in our game, eh? And having a look here, it looks like we do have a contestant on their way over. Mistem a cruel item. Well, Mistem, good luck to you. Let that bolt fly. And there it goes, heading down the tunnel. I don't know if this will actually collide with these carts. Ah, that really stinks. Okay, there it goes. It hit the glass down there. Man, I was really hoping for the thing to, like, actually collide with the minecarts and, send them flying or knock them off the tracks or something. My plan with this one here was to see how many carts would get knocked off the tracks and tally up a score based on that. Still, I mean, it's a pretty neat project. Well, I guess it serves us right for coming up with a big elaborate thing like this without actually testing it first. Though, you know what? That doesn't mean we can't actually have a game here, right? Okay, scratch that. This is gonna work, damn it. We have Uvash the clothier here now, and they're gonna take a shot. And for every cart the head of this ballista bolt intersects with, you're gonna get yourself a stack of copper coins. How about that? Let's see. Just gotta be keen-eyed to catch them. Time it right, my friend. Be careful. You could win big today. Okay, and here we go. A couple misses there. Almost near hit. Oh, right there, one. One hit. And two. Okay, got 2 hits. Not too bad. 2 stacks of copper coins to you, my friend. Thank you for playing. Okay. So we're able to salvage it somewhat. That's not too bad. Another excellent addition to our growing roster of games. And having a look back up here to our winners quarter, you can see we have a couple new bedrooms done. Pretty nice, right? So we have 3 actual living chambers now. One for our first big winner, Catall, and then also rooms for Bad Luck Loser and for Odam, the 2 previous winners of our Ballista Challenge. Pretty snazzy, right? Also, remember that Odam won the room prize 2 times, and as such gets their normal bedroom, just like the other winners, plus this adjoining chamber over here. Odam now has their own statue garden and tomb as well. A tomb which is a little messy looking thanks to the aquifer in the area, but still, it's a pretty damn good prize and, well, I certainly appreciate it. To the winner go the spoils here in Ebgoktezad, a jackpot. And actually, speaking of Bad Luck Loser, our jeweler friend, remember? The guy actually had a strange mood recently and created one hell of an artifact, a blue jade sarcophagus. Isn't that cool? Now, I figured we could use that as some sort of a grand prize or something like that. Didn't really have something concrete in mind for if someone hit that pink pillar in the Ballista Hall, but an artifact like that, that'd be one hell of a prize, huh? You hear that, dwarves? You could win big. Anyways, okay, other games. So we're working on a project currently, down deep underground, and, well, it's got a lot to go. It's an awful lot to go still. So we're just gonna let that cook away in the background for now. But if we have a look upstairs here, up on the surface, you can see these objects right here. These here are catapults, 6 of them. And they're kind of like the ballista, except they shoot in an arc and they shoot rocks instead of ballista bolts. And I thought, hell, we're already using ballistas in some games. Might as well use catapults too, right? So I figured we'll just build some up on the surface and see how they function. And I'm still a little unclear exactly the rules of catapults, how they work exactly. The first time we fired one, the rock went straight across the map, the entire map, all the way over to the other side. But ever since then, well, here, have a look. Okay, there they go. Those rocks are just sailing through the forest right there. And, well, you know, I was only following one of them, so I don't know how far the others went, but they generally seem to land at the halfway mark, which is a little disappointing, because in true Jackpot fashion, we've already created a lot of infrastructure based on this idea that kind of relies on the boulders going the entire distance of the map, but you know what? This is gonna work just fine. It's kind of gonna have to at this point anyways, because if we have a little look down here, deep underground, you can see our newest game. It's all carved out. This is that project we were working on for a while, and I'm gonna underline a while, because yeah, it's been quite some time, several years. But yeah, it's looking good, and is pretty straightforward, even more straightforward than the Ballista games. As you can see, over on the left side of this chamber here, we have a catapult. And on the other side of this extremely large chamber, you can see an enormous circle, a target. That's pretty straightforward too. Now, the aim of this game, as you can imagine, is to shoot a rock from the catapult and have it land somewhere on the target. And depending on what color the rock lands, a dwarf could win a fabulous, life-changing prize. Now then, what do you think? Ready to give it a spin? Let's go. And here we go. A familiar face. It's Mistem Akruliden. Here to try your luck. Well, good luck to you, my friend. Now, again, I'm not 100% sure how this whole thing's going to work. Probably not very well, would be my guess. Let's see. Chunk. There goes that boulder sailing across the chamber, and it's going quite a distance, but didn't really quite make it there. You can see we've done some testing here. We have a whole slew of boulders just smashed here. I'm telling you, that first boulder we shot out of those catapults above ground made it across the entire map, but we've had no other rock come nearly as close. Yeah, we're gonna have to move it up a bit. Maybe try again. Sorry, missed him. Lost by default. Okay, there we go. How about that? That should be a little bit more feasible. We've closed the distance a tad, and now there are 3 catapults. We'll get them all firing at once, make things a bit more interesting. Okay, and here we go. 3 contestants ready to go. And so with that, we wish you the best of luck, my friends. Let those boulders fly. And there they go. They are off, flying through the air, all kind of aimed towards the south a bit. And they land. Okay, there we go. 1 boulder landed on light gray, 1 on green, and another is off the field entirely. That should probably be a punishment, shouldn't it? Okay, we'll have to come up with something. The white outer ring is like a grand prize, and the clear glass center is an even grander prize. But the two we landed on were green, which is furniture, and light gray, which is undecided. But I'll tell you what, we do need some of these positions in the fortress filled, so want to be a chief medical dwarf? There you go, missed him. Having important positions filled through gameplay. This is a unique concept for a fortress, that's for damn sure. But I like it. Certainly keeps things interesting. Okay, overall, this was a pretty good idea, I think. But for how flashy it is, I also feel it's kind of boring. A little too basic. And it's not nearly dangerous enough. We need something with some real bite, okay? We've toyed around enough with these little, safe games. We need something dangerous. Because, I mean, what prize could be better than maintaining your own life? And so on that pretty severe note, allow me to present to you the humble pig. Yes, right up here in this chamber. This here is a 3x3 chamber, in which is a pig. In the center of this chamber is a pressure plate, and I have it set to be able to be triggered by creatures, and it's sensitive enough to be picked up by something as light as a pig. And so that being the case, whenever the pig steps on this pressure plate, it causes this bridge up here to flip up or go back down. Now, the pig is just remaining there. It's absolutely fine. There's enough food in there for it to last forever, essentially. And the entire thing is just self-contained. And that creates for us a sort of a randomizer. We never know when the pig's going to step on this pressure plate, or when this bridge will go flipping upwards. I think this has great potential for some sort of a game, a bloody game. A game of life or death. And so, on that note, looks like we have some work to do, dwarves. Let's get to it. Okay, at this point, I think it's pretty safe to assume we've gone totally off the rails with this project. Are we even playing games anymore? We were up to this point anyways, but now we're looking into this locked glass chamber of pigs, checking the pig levels to make sure they're stepping on the pressure plates appropriately. And, yeah, looks like we're good. Pig level stable. And so, on that note, allow me to show off our newest game. Here we have it. Not so much a game, really. I mean, it's just a death trap when you get down to it. And as if to mark that point, you can see there are several ghosts floating around the area at this very moment. Workers lost in the production of this game. Kind of adds to the ambiance, I feel. Anyways, okay, let's have a closer look, shall we? Okay, so there are two entrances leading into the pressure plate pig maze, and the one on the right is the one the contestants will enter through. Now, it's pretty straightforward. All they have to do is get all the way to the end. That's it. Just get to the end. Super simple. Now you can see each segment of this maze is a different color, and they start off on black down here. If they're able to make it over to the next segment, brown, they get a stack of coins. The next segment, red, a bedroom. The following segment is brown again, more coins. The next one is green, some nice furniture. And the final one is white, which is a grand prize of some variety. And I'm thinking they'll get all of the prizes as they continue. How does that sound? We need a way for our dwarves to gain some really stupendous prizes. It's been like 10 years in this fortress now, and nobody really has a bedroom yet. Like 3 dwarves do because they won them, but that's about it. But anyways, yeah, that's enough blathering. Let the games begin. And it looks like first up we have Saxel. Wonderful. Come on in, Sack. Now the question is, do you have what it takes to get through the pressure plate pig maze? Well, I guess we'll soon find out. Good luck to you. Let's see how this goes. Okay, waiting at the bridge. It could take quite a bit of time for these bridges to go down, I would think. As they are controlled by pigs. You just gotta bide your time. Really, think about things. Be ready to time it. Yeah, the pigs seem to be avoiding the one pressure plate that is controlling this bridge. I don't know why. I guess that's bound to happen. Oh, I think one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Hey, up into the first coin segment. Good job, Sack. Now you got another bridge, another ghost up there. Okay, there we go. We're over the bridge. Now we have to get through this dangerous segment right here with all these little bridges. But Sack is not going to back down. Good job, Sack. Made it through. Just waiting for a bridge now. And there we go. Second coin segment reached. Just a couple more, my friend. Hey, there we go. Okay. Over the bridge. Okay, last 2 bridges. Let's see. And there we go. Oh, man. Fantastic work. There you go, Saxel. You win the grand prize. And cards on the table. That was actually kind of boring, I feel. I think we can make it a bit spicier, though. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay, this is more like it right here. This is exactly how we should have did from the start. Here we're talking about wanting our dwarves to have more prizes. Easy solution. More dwarves. And if you look down there right now, they're all in place. There's actually 19 dwarves crammed into that tiny platform. Now, it's going to be kind of hard to keep track of this whole thing, but we're going to try our best. Let's see how they do. Ready, dwarves? Let's go. Waiting for that first bridge to go down. Can we talk about how spooky it is? These ghosts are just kind of like hanging out in this area. There's 3 of them, and they're not moving. That seems unusual, but again, wonderful ambiance. And they're off. Okay, they're making their way across that first bridge there. Good, very good. Oh, Little bit of an accident there. Some dwarves went flying. Bound to happen. Careful now, watch your step. Heading onto the red platform now. Most of the dwarves are making it over. That one poor dwarf down there is just knocked unconscious on the ledge. Everyone else has made it over though. Don't stand so close to that bridge. I don't think that's gonna work out too well for you guys. Back up a little bit. Oh, speaking of which, this dwarf down here was just smashed. The poor unconscious one. These guys up here are trying to make it over the bridge and oh, it got flipped up. I think we've lost 3 dwarves so far. Another couple have been knocked down. The dwarves continue on. They're over and onto the green platform now. Just a little bit farther there, dwarves. You've almost made it all the way through. Looks like they're just biding their time now. Sticking close to that wall. Oh, we had this one dwarf over here, I think just climbed back up from below. That's interesting. Alright, yeah, looks like they're regrouping now. Getting closer to that bridge. Not too close, dwarves. You will regret it. Looks like there are 8 dwarves here now. Less than half the original number, and we only have the 2 bridges left. So far you guys have won 2 stacks of coins, rooms for all, as well as some nice furniture. Looks like the stress of it was too much for Saigon here, taking a nap, as you do. Still waiting for this bridge to go down. Hurry up, will ya? Stabilize those pig levels, dwarves. Oh, there we go, finally. The bridge is down, making their way, most of them made their way over. Half of them, only 6 remaining up here now. Be careful, you're almost there, dwarves. Making their way over. We have another napping dwarf. You're gonna miss the bridge, my dude. And there we go. We have some winners. And 1 loser. Got that one dwarf in there who's just napping right now. That's really dumb. You could just remain in there. We've got enough winners to account for. And actually, having a look below, yeah, that's a nasty scene. We have several dwarves down here, very badly injured. A couple dead dwarves. These are wooden spikes on the ground. Like, they're not super dangerous. They're not metal spikes. But they're still wood. Pretty dangerous. Oof. Yeah. The price of failure. But yes, it looks like we have 5 winners down here. Each and every one of you gets your own quarters, furniture, 2 stacks of coins, and a grand prize of some variety. Really, I guess the grand prize should be your life. We did have 7 dwarves die during that process. Kinda dark, but also kind of exciting. And isn't that what really matters? And on that note, looks like we're getting down there, so we better start wrapping things up, my dwarves. I think we've learned some good things today. Admittedly, I was hoping for more visitors to pop in, get some outsiders in here, some humans, goblins, make it a real casino fortress. I bet we could do that if we had a bit more time. This was really just a test. And at the end of the day, we did learn some things that we could apply in other fortresses as well. I like the idea of being able to form some sort of a random generator, I guess, like a roll of the dice, which that does seem a little silly, seeing as how there are dice in the game. I wish there was a way you could roll the dice in Fortress mode. You can make dice, right? In Adventure mode, you can roll them and get like results and things can happen. But I wish you could do that in Fort mode. Like, you know, roll the dice, see what happens, and maybe make gameplay decisions based on that or something. But regardless, we have a way to do that now if we wanted, which is neat. I think it'd be cool to just have a normal dwarf fortress and maybe like pepper some of this stuff in there. Like a celebration sort of a thing, like once a year somebody can pull the lever and see what happens. Add some spice in. Anyways, okay. I hope you had fun today, and I apologize for taking so damn long to put this episode out. But I hope to see you next time here in Dwarf Fortress. And until then, you bearded bastards. Peace.